Welcome, friends. Come with me now to a land of magic, a place of dreams, of plastic, moldy basement goodness that sucks the money from your wallet.
Hey, what's up? It's Gazbot with another Toy Shot. That's right, Gazbot's Toy Shots. So, this episode, I'm doing another recording 2 in a row, so you're going to see me wearing this Tommy shirt twice in a row. But I do have a slightly different setup. I'm still in the same place, but I set up a folding table, so hopefully it won't look so hunched over. Meanwhile, let's get back into it. Starting to get into it. The main thing I wanted to discuss was going to the San Jose Toy Show, which they have, I believe, twice a year. And it's at the San Jose Fairgrounds. I'd gone there once before, about 2 years ago, but I hadn't been since for whatever reason. And I went with my toy pal Alex, who we talk about all the time in this show. And we went all day. We didn't get the early access, and I believe admission was $8, and it was totally worth it. They had a lot of different things, American, Japanese, old, new, and it was a lot of fun to walk around and look at stuff. I bought some stuff, didn't buy as much as I thought I would, but had a good time and needed every minute of the day to see everything. We were there for a couple hours. A tip, if you go, bring some water or soda or something, because I had a really hard time getting anything. There was huge lines. It took like a half hour, 45 minutes to get water, food, whatever. And then the trucks outside ended up closing early, and it just became a big thing, and I got very cranky.
So here's some shots from the show, just to give you a rough idea what was there. And actually, these are just things that I was looking at. It wasn't even everything. That was interesting. It was a speeder bike, like pedal for a kid that came out back in the 80s. A lot of SH figure arts, things like that. The prices on these were not amazing. Retail, maybe $1 above or below. Had better deals on the used stuff or the new retail people were trying to get rid of. It also was very hot there, so I recommend if you go, wear light clothing, plan on leaving heavy stuff in the car, whatever. But it was definitely a good day out and definitely worth checking out if you're in the area or get a chance to. That was the Beetleborg I had talked about that was more expensive than the one I got. Some vintage G.I. Joe, and again, I can't stress enough, this is just a small sampling of what was there. It was a cool kaiju table, lots of vinyl. This Snarl was a third-party Transformer I wanted to buy, but it actually wasn't for sale. It was a display copy. Some Gundams, all the usual stuff you'd expect to see. They had some really nice vintage Sentai Chogokin type of vehicles. That Star Wars thing was from the early board Sears special, but it was like covered in mold and garbage, and it was $500, which is nuts. Those Fort Maxes looked pretty rough, too, which was sad.
So, what did I get? Well, one thing I got was this. It's a bag of loose Megaforce Power Rangers. These are the 4-inch. And now I only needed this one, which is pink in the Ultra mode. I don't have a pink. With her, I am almost complete with my set. It also came with red and black Ultra. Most of their weapons, I think I'm missing one gun. And then in the box, there was a random Lightspeed Rescue, a 5-inch weapon, I believe, and then a gauntlet from some sort of Build-A-Power Ranger armor set. Now, all of this, $8. That's a pretty good deal. I mainly only needed her, but I have this extra stuff. I could trade it or throw it on my shelf in the meantime. But $8, perfect. And I opened my stuff, so I almost prefer it to be loose and good condition. Okay, what else did I get? I got a Star Wars figure. This is from the Star Wars Trilogy Collection, which came out a few years back, and it's just a Hoth Stormtrooper. Now, the Hoth Stormtrooper I have several of. I would probably have 10 or 15. I have an AT-AT setup, and you know what, I'll cut to a picture of that right here. This is my Star Wars AT-AT Hoth setup I was talking about. I said I was going to do a picture, but I figured a video would do it more justice. So you can see I have a couple snowtroopers here. And this one is from the first re-release in the 90s when they started making new Star Wars figures. And this one is a little bit more recent. It has a helmet that comes off and it looks like the Jango Fett when they became clones. This one has a cloth cape. This one has a plastic cape. This one's falling over. And you look in here, I got a few others. So, I'll probably position him somewhere here and it'll add to the scene that I've created. And as you can see, I like having them as like a troop builder, but also I like the different waves came out that were slightly different. So the helmet might look a little different, the body might move a little differently, and it gives the impression that they're actually different people as opposed to robots. And I also like that he comes with this mounted cannon there. The guy was asking 15, which seemed more than I wanted to spend on just a troop builder to go in my army. I said, would you take 10? He said, yes. There we go, $10. Totally happy with that. Got some Transformers. First one Now this is current, and this is Blades. He is a Protectobot from the Combiner Wars series that is out right now. I have never seen him in the store. The only Combiner War Protectobot I've seen in the store is Hotspot. They're not, I don't know why, like they're not super rare or anything, but I can just never find them. He retails for about $15. The guy I was, again, with Alex, we both bought one. He was selling them for 10. Brand new, in the box, 5 less than retail. I was pretty happy with that, and I grabbed it right away. So, one Protectobot down, or one more Protectobot down, I should say. What's this? Another Protectobot. Rook. This is the main one I wanted to get. He's the new addition to the team, and unlike most of the other combiners where the new addition I was not particularly interested in, this Rook looked really good. I'd watched some reviews on Collection DX, and it made him look really fun. He's a good robot design, and he kind of becomes a truck that can use like a shield when he's in his Gestalt combiner form of Devastator. And it says $15. Nope, 15 is retail, paid 10. This one, Alex was buying a big, man, I'm talking about Alex a lot this time. Alex was buying a big lot of other figures from the person and said, would you throw this one in for 10? They said yes, he got me a deal. So 2 Protectobots, 5 less than retail. Nice. Okay, that was it for my day. I'd gone Saturday. Alex went back Sunday, and I'd given him a 5-inch Super Mega Force White Ranger that I had found at a store, decided I didn't want. He trades with a guy there. He traded it in, and he got me a couple Super Mega Force figures that I still needed, Yellow and Robo Knight. I don't have them yet, but he also got me this. This is the Astro Megazord from, hey look, I'm the head. Rah! This is the Astro Megazord from Power Rangers in Space. I haven't watched that season yet, but I particularly like that it's very, even though it came out in the 90s, it looks very 70s or 80s to me, super robot style. Now, he doesn't have the head, which is unfortunate and is going to be difficult and expensive to get. However, this was $2.50. Still turns into the spaceship, it still looks pretty nice, and if I could get the head for a few bucks, I might be able to end up getting this whole piece for a lot cheaper. So it's a little bit of a gamble, but it's a $2.50 gamble. Now the other thing is, he has light and sound, or he might. I opened up the battery and it had corroded, horrible batteries. I pulled them out, scraped out the acid as best I could, cleaned it up as best I could, put in new batteries, press the button. Oh, sorry, it's not on. Press the button. There's flashing light that way. Press the other button. It's flashing light that way. No sound. I don't know if I'll be able to fix it or not, but it's a little bit of a murmur. It's good. It's good that the light works, but without the sound, I do like it better than the Beetleborg I reviewed the other day, because I can actually press it and it turns on and off. But I'll have to decide when I get ahead, or if I get ahead, if it's worth getting a new body. Anyway, like I said, it's a bit of a gamble. $2.50. It's a pretty fun find, and I'll probably turn him into a spaceship and keep him on the shelf. I'll show you a spaceship mode at the end when I show you the rest of the pictures. So that's it for today. Wait, we're not done yet. It turns out the aforementioned Alex, also known as Big Dog Toys, wanted to talk about his scores. Since we went to the toy show together, he did a little film of what he's got, and we're going to cut it in right here. So let's go to our man on the street, or dog as it were. Dog Toy! Toy Dog! Big Dog! Go!
Hey, this is the Big Dog bringing to you what I got from the San Jose Toy Show for this latest Toy Shots. The first figure I picked up is Space Warriors Beast Tech Fighters. So that's what it says on the card. What this really is a bootleg Optimus Primal from Beast Wars. I've been wanting this figure since I was a kid. I found it for a very good price. It came with the figure itself and then the transformable headpiece for the robot form Optimus Prime and a cannon, a couple guns. I picked this up for $3. $3 for this is a super good price in my opinion because it's a very nice looking figure. The chrome's nice and shiny. The plastic isn't great after I've been playing with it. I've been trying to be as careful as I can. It kind of pops off here and there, but I was very happy to pick this up for $3 at a table. So that was good. The next two things I got are the Blackest Night San Diego Comic-Con 2010 exclusives of Black Lantern Hal Jordan and White Lantern Sinestro. So for these, I found them at a table loose. They're pretty good condition. The joints aren't great and things like that, but I got these for $15 total, so $7.50 a piece. I'm very happy with that because sealed, these go for about $25 to $50 a piece, depending on where you find them. And for me to get these for less than $10 a piece, even loose, was a really good pickup in my opinion. So very happy with these. They're going to go with my other DC figures. And then finally, one of the happier things I got was the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Season 3 Shogun Megazord. So for the Sentai fans, this is from Kaku Ranger. And I picked this up with a box, which I have somewhere over there. And it came with the individual Zord pieces for the Crane Zord and the Frog Zord, but was missing all other accessories, unfortunately. So I got this for about $40 in trade. I traded with a Power Ranger vendor a sealed Q-Rex Megazord and a Quantum Ranger from the Super Mega Force 5-inch line, and then $5 for this. So depending on how I spent, between 40 and $50, we'll call it 45 and split the difference, and I'm very happy with this. I collect the Zords from the Zordon era, which is Mighty Morphin, Zeo, Turbo, and In Space, and this was the last one I needed specifically for Mighty Morphin, so I am very happy with this pickup. Overall, it was a great show. I got to hang out with Gaz, which we always have fun toy hunting, and I picked up a lot of great stuff, which goes well in my collection. So thank you very much, and back to you, Gaz.
Quite informative. Thanks for that, big dog. So, that has been Gazbot's Toy Shots.